Good. It's good, man. Come on off in here, man. Get on off in here. This thing. See what we got Brett Lashley this morning. See what Lashley talking about, man. Yo, Judge, what's good? Taz, what's good? So, man, listen, man, we got Brett Lashley this morning. We finna get in here. Press conferences, post practice press conferences. Y'all know nobody does it like us, man. Nobody does it like us. Nobody put y'all in the game like we do. What's good? Freshman back looking good, bro. Freshman back's looking awesome. One, two. Today they got we got Lashley. Today we got Lashley. We got boy Mark Pope and D Wiggins. I'm gonna get a couple questions up for the South Ridge boys. Mark Pope and D Wiggins. We got Mark Pope, D Wiggins, and Rhett Lashley. So yeah, y'all got some questions y'all want to ask Lashley, man. Just post them, and maybe I can lob up a few. We in this thing. Make sure y'all like and share for us, man. Send it to some of your football groups or something. What's going on, man? Y'all get in here, man. Y'all make sure I hit the like button. Let's see if I can find me a cool filter. That ain't cool. I like that. Got the old school feel to it. Like John Madden football. I think what we want. Ask Pope and Wiggins what part of their game do they think they made a jump in this year and compared to in the last year. Chiefs versus Outlaws. what age group Chiefs versus Outlaws? Yeah, I'm gonna throw some questions for Pope and Wiggins, bro. Hey man, listen, man. The market opens on Monday through Friday, bro. If you got some income, you don't mind using. Money just sitting in the bank, man. If I advise you guys to jump in the stock market, man. It's not as scary as some people think. It's just a different way of looking at money. You know what I'm saying? We got a link right in the description, man, for CCI. We help you get in. We help you we show you what we doing and you guys can just copy what we do, you know what I'm saying? But I keep emphasizing this, not because, who cares? Like if you sign up, who cares? I mean, it's a site that we started. Um, I just like giving information, man. Just like Footballville. I started Footballville to help kids. Had nothing to do with making money or anything from it. And when I have information, sometimes I pass it on because I think that gives myself value. And what I'm telling you is, man, if you have some money that's just sitting in the bank, 2,000, 5,000, your money can make money. It can double, triple in months. Like, but you got to be involved. And that fear of the stock market and that fear, you gotta get out of that fear. You feel me? So yeah, man, it's in the description. CCI in the description, man. Y'all check it out. No, I've never coached before. Yo, Impala, what's good? And Antonio Woods, exactly, bro. Got 30 people watching. We should have 30 likes. You know what I'm saying? Antonio know what time it is. So we waiting for them to come in with the interviews. We got Rhett Lashley today, D. Wiggins, Mark Pope, and that's it. But yeah, man, the stock market, man, is where it's at, bro. Your money making money. Your money making money is a whole nother level. It's a whole nother level. When you can make $1,000, $2,000 like in a few hours, $5,000 in one day, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. Saint say keep leading in positive ways, bro. Listen, that's what we here for. That's what we here for. We try to add value. Yesterday I got at 4 a.m. in the morning, drove back from Gainesville, and we covered Shamar Stewart, #1 defensive end in the nation, 2022. He's gonna be on the Caneville show. Caneville show drop tomorrow, 7 a.m. Y'all make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. 6'5", 248. Shamar Stewart, pace high. My senior pace high, defensive end. Beast, man. Kid's a junior. You know what I'm saying? Is a beast. Somebody said they heard Gilbert trying to leave. You know, it's weird. Think about this. Newt DeVar Wilson was going to be a starter at Georgia. He left. It's not always football, man. Sometimes there's other stuff. Yeah, it's not always football. Sometimes there's other factors. Yeah, and believe me, it's not always football. Eminem Asaf Fafi. Man, how do you pronounce your name, bro? Like, Amemehe Asa. Where you from, dog? Stewart is a showing up dog. Man, listen, man, this man is 6'5", 248. He sent us a video, man, yesterday, man. Running a 4.5. He said he thinks he's running a 4.5 in the 40. He showed us a video of him racing everybody in his position at practice one day. He left him about 30 yards. Good kid too, man. So we got Rhett Lashley
What's up?
up first.
Coach Lashley, how you doing today?
Good. How's everybody?
Great, love the hat. We're going to go straight into it if that's cool with you, and we're going to start with Chris Stock from Inside the U. Chris, if you had a question for Coach Lashley.
Yeah, Coach, curious what you're most pleased with this month of practices, and then also on the flip side, maybe some things to work on as well that you're looking at.
Yeah, man, I'm just really pleased with our guys buying into what we're doing. Completely changing just our style of playing offense from what the guys did last year.
Can y'all
Their
hear?
great. Their effort's been great. They've really received coaching well from
Can y'all hear him?
coaches and really bought into what we're trying to do. I think they're excited about what we're trying to do. In terms of things to work on, I think, like anybody in an unusual year, whoever can be in the best physical and mental shape, I think is going to have a chance. And also just the
So we got
attention to detail.
Coach Lashley up first. Taz,
The
what's
level
good?
of execution. I think it's one thing to be in physical shape, and sometimes that first game's always tough. And we're going to be playing an opponent who's already kind of gotten that first game out of the way. We're going to have to find a way to push through that physical barrier when you get tired. But hopefully, we're making practice hard enough they'll be ready to do that. But also mental toughness is hard. Who can execute when they're tired? Who can execute when things aren't going great? How do we respond to adversity? That's all stuff we got to keep working on. I'm excited to see how we respond to. And then just attention to detail and execution. Our guys know what to do after our scrimmages and practices. I feel like our guys are going to know what to do. It's not only can they know what to do, but can they execute at a high level, especially consistently over and over and over again for 4 quarters and when they get a little bit tired.
Coach, we're going to go to Matt Baker at the Tampa Bay Times. Matt, if you had a question for Coach Lashley.
Hey, Ryan. I'm just curious where you are in the preseason practice now. What have you learned about D'Eriq King that you didn't know when you had him in the spring?
Oh, man. I've learned that, he's got really good instincts at quarterback. It's not just, he's smart. He can know what to do. He knows what we're doing. Obviously, he throws it well. He runs it well. But, he has good intangibles, good instincts at the position. Some guys kind of get a knock, but at times they're really athletic and have only thrown the ball deep. They don't maybe understand coverages and have a feel for what people are doing to him. He's a quick study. He understands space. He understands the game, and he understands how defenses play. And he rarely makes the same mistake twice, which is good.
Coach, we're going to go to David Furones at the Sun Sentinel. David, if you had a question for Coach Lashley.
Hey, Coach, I wanted to know if you've noticed any kind of, I know you only had him the spring before this, but any noticeable jump in Mark Pope's game from the spring to fall camp here?
Yeah, I have. I think Mark's been one of our guys that has gotten steadily better, as camp's gone on. And I think that's because, hopefully we're putting him in a position to be successful by doing the same stuff over and over again. And I think success breeds confidence. I think, repetition is the mother of all learning. So he gets to do things over and over again. I think, he continues to gain confidence. And when you're a confident player, you're going to play better. I know that sounds like a real profound statement, but that's the truth. And so I think he's been steadily getting better because I think he's really gaining confidence in what to do. I think he's always known he's got a good ability, but he feels really confident, I think, in what we're asking him to do.
Coach, next we got Chris Perkins from Sports Illustrated. Chris?
Hey, Rhett, last season, SMU averaged about 80 plays a game. Miami averaged about 65 plays a game. What are 2 or 3 keys to extending that 65 past what it was last season? And you could go on the field more off the field this season.
Yeah, well, I think obviously just the style of play will help because we're going to try to play with a little more tempo than I think they did last year. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're huddling or not huddling, trying to go fast or not. You got to execute. If you're going really fast and you don't execute, all you're doing is going 3 and out really fast. And so the way you run over 80 plays a game consistently, the way you have a chance to stay on the field is by, gaining first downs. And so, that's a big deal for us, getting off to good starts and drives and getting first downs, just like it is for a defense trying to get off the field in 3 plays. So we've got to get that initial first down.
What's going on, Francois?
Stay on the field. Otherwise, I'm just going to be running plays really fast.
Do I think Stewart would transfer from Pace? No, I don't think so.
Coach, we got David Wilson from the Miami Herald. David, if you had a question for Coach Lashley.
Hey, Coach. I just wanted to follow up a little bit on Mark Pope there, because he's a guy that I think everyone knows he's got the talent. Even when Coach Likens came in, he was kind of one of the first guys he singled out, even though he hadn't necessarily put up kind of production. When you kind of look at him from last year, maybe just like on tape, are there certain like areas where you could kind of immediately you and I guess Coach Likens could immediately point to him and be like, you got to do something different here? Like, were there technical aspects of his game that were needed to be cleaned up when you came in too?
Yeah, I mean, I think Coach Likens has worked hard with those guys on their releases and a lot of fundamental things that we can always get better at. And I think they have been working hard at that, getting better at that. I think the biggest thing for Mark, and it's with any player, and I've said since I've gotten here, is you want guys to play fast mentally. And when guys are hesitant, when guys are unsure of what to do, maybe overloaded with what's going on, they just seem to play slower without the ball, getting off covered press, running routes. There's a hesitation there, and it's hard to play to your best when you're hesitant and not confident. So, what we try to do as a staff is do what our guys do best, put them in a position where they've done stuff over and over and over again to where they can gain that confidence where they're not hesitant. So hopefully, you see not only with Mark but all our guys that are playing fast and reacting, not just physically. Obviously, they're physically faster, they wouldn't be here, but more in the mental aspect.
Coach, we got time for a couple more. We're going to go to Manny Navarro with The Athletic. Manny, if you had a question for Coach Lashley.
Hey, Coach Lashley, I got a phone call in the middle when you first started this, so somebody asked you, I apologize, but I want to ask you about the offensive line, and if you had kind of settled in with some decisions there. I know Usman Traore had originally been getting some first team snaps. He's a guy that didn't play a whole lot last year. I want to get your opinion on him and where he's at, and just the left side of the offensive line. It seems like there's less experience maybe there than on the right side.
Yeah, I think Goose has been very steady, has had a really nice camp. And so I don't really know about what it was like last year, but I know from this year he's been steady for us, which has been nice to see. I think all those guys are improving. We've been able to keep a lot of them in the same spots now for the last week and a half, which has been good. There's still good competition. Again, being such a weird year, I think we've at least put them in spots, but where they can try to get consistent and develop some continuity, but at the same time, we've got some good competition, and we're going to need all those guys the way this year goes, because whether it's injuries or with all the testing that's going to happen, excuse me, we're probably going to get through this weekend before we totally set everything. Coach Diaz will kind of handle that, but I just think, like you're saying, whether it's John Campbell and Zion and Ooze and Ja'Kai, that's some young guys that have done some nice job on that left side that I think every practice is valuable right now as we're trying to get ready to play.
Thank you.
Coach, we're going to wrap up with Susan Miller, Degnan of the Miami Herald. Susan, if you had a question for Coach Lashley.
Hey, Coach Lashley. We always ask the players this, but what do you think it'll be like for you on opening night? Also, what are your expectations for your team that night? How do you think you'll feel emotionally? And I have a follow-up too.
Well, that's a great question. I mean, I don't know if anything's normal this year, whether you've been here 20 years or it's your first year. I mean, just not having full stadiums to masks and all the things that we're going to do to keep our guys and ourselves safe. And, what I really hope is that, as soon as that first ball's kicked off, that for the most part for the players and for the coaches, that'll be about 3 hours of we're just doing what a lot of us have done our whole life, and coaching and playing football and bringing some joy to their lives and to people around the country.
Can y'all hear?
That's what I hope. I have no idea what to expect. And I think that's what first games are about. Typically, it's what's the opponent going to do, how your guys are going to respond. But there's a whole lot of other what ifs probably this year. So we'll see. My expectations is for our guys to play really well.
I'll ask about Gilbert. Lovo Productions, what's going on, bro?
I want our guys to
I'll ask about
not
Gilbert.
only know what to do, like we said.
Yeah, make sure y'all go follow
Just
Lovo,
play
man.
their best.
Lovo Productions,
Their
man.
best is good enough,
The
and
man
that's
put
fine.
together some
I want our
great
guys to
videos
play
for the
hard,
University of
play
Miami
together, play
kids.
tough.
Need to get them to come work for
Play
Footballville.
quarters,
Lovo, what's up,
see
bro?
what we can do. I think this year, like any year, but being the first year in a new system, a lot of new guys. I mean, each week you hope to get a little bit better. And there's going to be a lot of good. There's going to be a lot of oh my early on, and that's just kind of part of it. And we just got to find a way to push through it.
That's good. You really answered my follow also. Thank you.
Okay.
Great.
Rich,
Coach
Rich,
Lashley. Love it. Coach Lashley, thanks for spending a few minutes with us, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you soon.
Appreciate y'all.
So yeah, man, that was Coach Lashley, man. He didn't say anything too super significant. I'm gonna get a question. I'm gonna get an answer about Gilbert Frierson. Maybe if I get an answer here, I'll put it in the member section or something like that. See what's going on with Gilbert. Francois, what's good, bro? Well, you done McLean? Done see Leon, man, you just started following the best football channel you possibly could follow, man. We official, bro. Nobody Yellow, what's going on, man? We official, man. Nobody give it to you like this. Listen, if you know somebody that needs help with recruiting, I got a master class we created, man. I got 20 videos. It's in my description. 20 videos of everything I know about recruiting, bro. Everything I've learned. Most of it, you know what I'm saying? It's all in there to help parents navigate their kids to getting recruited and try to help them get themselves seen, because sometimes it's just opportunity. Some of these kids are good enough. It's just opportunity.
Hope, what's going on, my man? Can you hear us? Can you? I think you just need to unmute the bottom left for me. You good? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can.
Awesome. All right, Mark, we're going to go straight into questions, and we're going to start with David Lake from 24/7. David, if you had a question for Mark.
Hey, Mark, wanted to just ask you, what's impressed you most about De'Eric, working with him since he's been here, now through fall camp? What's impressed you most about what he does at quarterback?
To be honest, nothing really, because I saw him play, on national TV and stuff like that, YouTube and stuff like that. So, nothing that really impressed me. He just came out here and showed what he could do. So nothing really impressed me with him.
All righty, Mark, we got David Furones from the Sun Sentinel. David, if you had a question for Mark.
Hey, Mark, I want to know, this offseason, is there something particular in your game that you try to work on going into the season?
Yeah, just put on some weight, maintain my weight, and really but other than that, everything else been good. Just trying to maintain weight, put on weight mostly.
Okay, and what about any fundamentals, anything tactical in your game, route running, whatever it may be?
My route running is there. I'm just trying to get it like Jerry Judy, but everything else is there. Just feeling confident, just ready to play football.
Mark, we're going to go to David Wilson at the Miami Herald. David, if you had a question for Mark.
Hey, Mark, we were just talking to Coach Lashley, and he said the big thing with a lot of you wide receivers is just trying to get the repetition down, make it so you're not thinking a lot on the field, and play full speed. How much do you kind of like this offense, and do you feel like that offense will kind of let you do that? Let you and really all the wide receivers be a little bit more comfortable?
For the last 2 years, I say this offense been much easier for us to catch on and just go out there and practice and play with us. Other than that, the offense did real well, and it's just easy to catch on.
You mentioned Judy. I know you're close with him and Calvin, some of the guys that came before you. Have you talked to them at all, kind of recently? Just as you obviously are kind of getting later in your college career, you're probably trying to take that leap. Have you talked to any of those guys that you kind of grew up watching and playing with?
I don't talk to them often, but if we do talk, it'll just be about football, just standing and stuff. Just asking how you run that route, how you run this route. It'll really be nothing major.
Mark, we got Manny Navarro from The Athletic. Manny?
Hey, Mark, I don't know if it was last week or maybe 2 weeks ago, you tweeted something about it's great to have people who believe in me or I just wondered where that sort of came from, what the thinking was behind that expression and why you felt the need to sort of share that on social media.
You talking about the tweet?
Yeah, the tweet. Yeah, sorry.
I know what you're talking about. It was just one of those days, you know, that I had. I was just having, you know, that type of day. I just wanted to tweet.
Mark said he was having one of those days, so.
You know what it was. It wasn't really nothing major though.
Oh, I thought maybe it was related to football, like, you know, having a coaching staff or guys that really believe in you. Was that kind of what you were trying to?
No, it was just off the field stuff. It was just off the field. Yeah, it wasn't.
All right, thank you.
Mark, we're going to go to Chris Stock and Inside the U. Chris, you had a question for Mark?
Yeah, Mark, curious about Corey Couch, maybe some differences you saw. Like, what did you see him last year in practice? And then what are you kind of seeing now with him a year older?
Corey Couch, TC is gonna be a good corner this year. I mean, he aggressive. You know, don't let the size fool you with him. He gonna play you hard. He definitely gonna play you hard. That's one thing I like about him. You know, he gonna play you hard. He gonna give you some work. He definitely gonna give you some work.
Mark, we got a couple more for you. We've got Daryl Streeter of Footballville. Daryl, you got a question for Mark?
Yeah, I got a question for Mark. Mark, man, we followed you, man, ever since you've been in high school. We know you're uber talented. You guys are now like veterans at the University of Miami. It seemed like it went so fast. Could you tell me what feels different? If anything feels different about this year, what feels different when it comes to the offense?
How can I say? Ain't really not too different about the offense. I mean, it's just, you know, just going out there, doing what we're doing. It's just gonna be fast. You know, just having fun.
All right, Mark, we got Chris Perkins from Sports Illustrated. Chris, you had a question for Mark?
Hey, Mark, I'm sure you've seen the preseason top 25s, the preseason All-ACC
Mark isn't really a talker.
Not a lot of Hurricane love in there. I'm wondering what you think the expectations are outside the building for UM, and how does that square with the expectations inside the building?
I mean, I really don't pay attention to a lot of stuff like that.
You like that hat, right? Lobo say you like that hat, huh?
I mean, it is what it is. We gonna do what we gotta do regardless. So, and that's the win.
Mark, thanks for spending a few minutes with us after practice today. I'm sure we'll be talking to you soon.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, Mark isn't really like a talker, man. They say, Mark, so what about De'Aaron King has impressed you? And Mark was like, nothing really. Nothing. So we got
D, what's going on?
D Wiggins.
D Harris, you doing all right?
Yes, sir.
All righty, my man. We're going to go straight into questions. D, we're going to start with David Lake from Inside the U. David, if you had a question for D.
Hey D, you showed last year you're definitely one of the top deep ball guys on the team. I'm curious on your take on how good of a deep ball De'Aaron King can throw, and you know what's maybe the furthest you've seen him launch a ball in practice that you can remember.
I can't remember, but I mean I know it's plus 60, so I mean he's very active. He's a very good quarterback. He's a leader. I mean that's what we need. So yeah.
D, we got Susan Miller-Degnan from the Miami Herald. Susan, if you had a question for D.
Hey, D. Wondering about your expectations.
Yeah, Mark's not a big communicator, bro.
What do you think it's going to be like for you?
I want to see Wiggins up.
How do you think you'll be feeling emotionally? And I have a follow-up after that.
Honestly, I feel like I'm going into the opening game with a very confident mindset, ready to go. I mean, as a team, I mean, we be ready. We ready to play ball and show everybody what we got.
Okay, and then the other thing is how strange this whole off-season been for you, and what do you think the craziest part of all this has been?
I mean, 2020 has been strange for everybody. So I mean, We just have to work through it. I mean, come here every morning with good energy, work hard, do whatever we gotta do. I mean, and take day by day, take one day at a time.
Does this team feel different from last year's team? You know, do you feel a different?
Yes, ma'am. The difference I feel between this team and last year's team is the energy. I mean, everyone has good energy, great energy. Everyone's coming in with confidence. Everyone's competing. So yeah.
Thank you.
D, we're gonna go to Chris Stock from Inside the U. Chris, if you had a question for D.
Yeah, D, you've gone against DJ Ivy in the offseason. You guys trained together there at the park. Just maybe what you've seen from him, going against him in practice, what it's been like, and maybe differences from a year ago.
Iron sharper iron. So I mean, DJ's he's a tremendous cornerback. Like, I mean, he's a hard cornerback to go against in practice. He's long. So I mean, I have to put in extra work to get by him and do these things like that. But DJ's a great cornerback and he gets me better and we get each other better. So, and I learned a lot of things. With cornerbacks, he tells me when I'm doing wrong. And I tell him when he's doing wrong. So we teach each other the game.
Great. D, we're gonna go to Tom D'Angelo from the Palm Beach Post. Tom, if you had a question for D.
Hey, D, what are what's the biggest difference for you in this offense compared to last year? And what do you think you guys are looking forward to most? What are you most excited about being in this offense?
Like, the difference between this offense, I feel more confident, with what we got going on out there. So so yeah.
Don, what you say, Mark? No.
What excites you most as far as more plays, being wide open, things like that?
Letting the ball go, spreading it out.
Thanks. D, we got David Furunes from the Sun Sentinel. David, if you had a question for D.
Hey, D, you've known Pope for a long time. What do you see in him in the way he's approaching this season coming up?
Like I said, I mean, me and Pope, we always hang out, outside of football. So, I mean, he tells me all the time, like I say, confidence take you a long way. And once you have confidence and you know what you're doing, you play fast. When you play fast, you're very accurate in what you do.
D, we're going to Manny Navarro from The Athletic. Manny, if you had a question for D.
Hey D, last season when you go back and you look at your individual season, I know every game you didn't necessarily get a lot of balls thrown your way, but when you did, you made some big plays like Florida State, Louisville. How do you sort of become a more consistent guy? What was missing last year as far as consistency for you, and what can you do to become more consistent?
I mean, every chance that I get, I mean, I had to play at 100%. I mean, I ain't get too many chances, but every chance that I did get, I did it.
Did you talk about that? Yeah, did you talk about that all with Coach Likens? I mean, did you reach out to anybody this offseason to talk about how to become more consistent and maybe always bringing that sort of attitude every single Saturday? Is that something you sought for?
Yes, I have asked Coach Likens that, what can I bet on? What can I do better? He said I can bet on my release and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, he tells me every time details.
Thank you.
Great. D, we got time for a couple more. We're going to go to Daryl Streeter at Footballville. Daryl, if you had a question for D.
D, what's going on? This is for Footballville. We've covered you since you were in high school, and now you're an upperclassman at the University of Miami. Does anything feel different this year when it comes to the offense or having Derek King as a quarterback? Does it feel different going into the season?
Yeah, it feels very different. The atmosphere different. I mean, the team different. I just feel like everybody on the team ready to play ball and ready to show out. I mean, show everybody what we can do.
Hey, we're going to go to Chris Perkins of Sports Illustrated. Chris, if you had a question for D.
Hey D, kind of along those lines.
That's how you do
I'm
it.
wondering if there's any more pressure on this
Say
team
something.
this season than any of your previous seasons. I mean,
Mark's
the
still
reputation of
stuck
the
in
U and
ghouls.
everything like that, and where you guys have been. How does it feel coming into this season?
I can't tell you, competing wise, the young guys that came in, the freshmen, I mean, they made me take my game to another level, made me work harder, made me watch film even more, made me do my reps, at 100% every rep. So So yeah, I thank the freshmen, you know, and I thank Coach Likens, you know, for putting that pressure on us, you know, so on the older guys. So I mean, that's what we need to, you know, focus up more and get better day by day.
And do you ever feel
Mark
pressure
Strobel.
from the outside, from fans or from ex-UM players that you talk to? Did they put pressure on you at all?
Oh, not at all, not at all. I mean, it's football. I mean, that's what it comes with. But I mean, you just gotta stay focused. I mean, once you get knocked off your focus, off your laser eye focus, I mean, that's when you start to, you know, be everywhere. So you just gotta stay focused. You can't let the outside predict what you're gonna do on the field. You gotta know what you're doing. You know, like I say, it goes back to knowing your plays, being confident. You just gotta leave the outside where it's at, cause they gonna talk. They talk. You know, they don't know what's going on the inside. So yeah.
Great. D, this is the last one. David Wilson from the Miami Herald. David, if you had a question for D.
Hey, Dave. Kind of the big refrain we've been hearing from the coaches on offense a lot, and Coach Lashley was talking about today, was just making it so you guys don't have to think so much and can play full speed. Do you feel like this offense does that, at least from what you've seen in practice so far? Do you feel more comfortable and all that kind of stuff in it?
I feel way more comfortable moving
You
fast,
should have saw him shaking his hand.
getting a lot of plays in.
Listen,
I'm just ready.
that's one thing
Ready to
these
go.
boys are.
Everyone talks about how it's kind of like what
Everybody
guys learn in
said
high
is
school,
they're
particularly
comfortable,
down
they're
here.
ready to
Does it
go. And
feel
if you allow them to
similar
play
what you
fast,
did in high
I think
school,
you'll get the
or
most
maybe
out
just
of
like kind of
these
similar?
South Florida kids.
It's something similar like to me playing like high school, you know, the play calling, but I mean it's way faster in college, you know, the game speed way different, so yeah.
Great. D, thanks for spending a couple minutes with us, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you soon.
Thank you, God.
That's it. That's it. So yeah, man. You say D killed it, yeah. Yeah, I mean, some kids are a little more boisterous. Some kids are a little more that communicate a little better than others. I mean, but that's to be expected sometimes. So yeah, we did a little asking about Gilbert Frierson. We're gonna put it in the member section, the information we got, because we still need to fact check a little bit. But we got an answer back about Frierson. Woo. So yeah, listen, man, it's counting down. We got some new T-shirts supposed to be coming out this week, and time is counting down, bro. It's almost here. It's almost here. We didn't think there were going to be football, but it is. Yeah, I think Keontre, yeah, a lot of people feel that if Keontre get in that spot, he's not going to give it back. If you're watching, hit the like button for us, man, and share for us. Listen, man, if you got a product or something that you want us to pump for you, listen, we have 400,000 followers. If you got a product you want us to pump for you, or you want us to, you want to become a sponsor of the show, I mean, y'all got to contact us and let us know. There's opportunity out there for people to see your product, man. The marketing, McDonald's and Burger King, they don't ever stop marketing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand why some of you guys with small businesses think think that you can. So if you got something you want to pump, man, think about it. You think it goes along with what we do? We can definitely talk. We got a couple spots open. We're not going to fill our time up with sponsors and things of that nature. But if you got something, man, just let us know. Yeah, Carter Hall in Boulder has been having awesome camp. So members, y'all can go check the member section. Y'all can go check the member section. If you're watching, hit the like button for me. What do I think the Kings must do against UVA? Score points. I think they just got to score points. I think if they score points, the defense can hold its own. Always kind of held its own, but we could never really. The last couple of years, we haven't been able to score. Yeah, Pope jittery at times. Pope is very uncomfortable in front of the camera. Always has been. Yeah, Pope has always been a confident guy. I mean, he's a confident guy on the field, but off the field, even when we used to try to put cameras in front of him when he was in high school, very uncomfortable. I'm surprised they put him on the podium. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all share. Listen, man, make sure y'all share it for us, man. Share it for us to y'all YouTube. Put it in your groups. I see a lot of y'all guys do it, like Rami Rainey. He does it. A couple of you guys do it, man, and show a lot of support, and we appreciate it, man. Make sure y'all share the screen, because a lot of people don't know what's going on. A lot of people are at work. You feel me? Listen, man, y'all got your Caneville gear yet? Man, go cop your Caneville gear, man. We appreciate everybody that has gotten the Caneville gear. But go cop your Caneville gear, man. So members, yeah, check the member section. If y'all don't know what the member section is, I mean, your members, you have a section on YouTube, I mean, that on the feed. Sometimes it says member exclusive, you know what I'm saying? It tells you, that's where some of the member information is. If you want to become a member, you can join to become a member, is in the description. But yeah, that's where we put the member information. Sometimes the members get to watch videos first. We got the Thad Franklin video dropping tomorrow. We're going to give the members access to that now. Yeah, so, and it's right down your YouTube feed. You just got to be paying attention. It's right there. You heard there's still concerns about playing time. Playing time for who? Playing time for who? But I think Alsake a great opportunity. But I think he have a great opportunity. Did scrimmage number 3 already happen? No. Judge, what's going on, bro? Judge is see, look at that. Judge is a member. Judge, go check the member section, man. We got a Gilbert Frierson answer. But yeah, man, listen, we the only ones do it like this, man. We're credentialed with the University of Miami as the media because we've been doing it a while. We've been respected. We covered all the University of Miami games last year. Like I said, you'll see on the video, D. Wiggins, when I was saying we covered you in high school, he was shaking his head, you know what I'm saying? Because they remember Footballville. And Footballville was kind of like some of their first time that they got to be on media and a lot of people see them. But yeah, man, we're official, man. We're not just some guys on YouTube. Yeah, we're official, man. We're legit. We're gonna try to get some more colleges. I don't know, FAU, FIU, maybe even Florida and Florida State eventually. You know what I'm saying? Have somebody on the platform cover those guys. Street, just saw your membership update. Yeah. But listen, it's Footballville, man. We about to get up out of here. Yeah, a lot of people feel real good about Keontre. I remember in high school, his coach told me, man, if I had to pick one person off the team, bro, to walk into a dark alleyway, it'd be Keontre. So listen, bro, we about to get up out of here. We got some work to do. Footballville, man. We out here. We stay out here.